Welcome to TradingView.com. This is the official homepage where you'll find market data, market insights, market news, and information from our social network where traders and investors post ideas, research, and different ways to think about and be educated about markets. But let's get you to the charts, and to do that, you're going to want to go up to the Products tab at the top, select Charts, and within a matter of seconds, the chart will pop up in front of you. Now, on every chart, you can zoom in or zoom out by using your mouse. Simply roll the mouse wheel, or if you have a laptop, use two fingers to drag inward and outward to perform a zoom in or zoom out. In addition, what's really important about this video now is to make sure you understand the basics that's happening around the chart. Now keep in mind, this video is made for new members of TradingView, but if you are an expert at TradingView, you can sit back and relax and get a full refresher. Keep in mind, in this playlist, we'll have videos from the most basic topics to the most advanced for the true pro traders. But let's dive in here. Your drawing tools are off to the left, and the drawing tools are used for technical analysis. They're used for planning trades with the long and short position tool. And of course, it's really as easy as we are demonstrating on this video, which is selecting the drawing tool that you need and then using your mouse to click and apply that tool to the chart itself. So your drawing tools are right over here to the left. At the top of the chart, well, this is where you can really start to understand how the TradingView charts work, including the symbol search. You see, we just clicked the symbol search box, and you can type in any company name or symbol or cryptocurrency or forex pair, indices, bonds, economy. All of the options you can see here at the tabs at the top are available to you. And just to demonstrate, we're going to type in AAPL, which is the symbol for Apple. And now we can click Apple, and now we have an Apple chart. Moving onward, you can see that we have different time frames. Depending on what type of investor or trader you are, you can view a chart down to the second. So each interval here is 1 second, or of course by the minutes, hours, or let's go back to what is standard, a daily chart. Many of you love candlestick charts, so at the top here is where the chart types are. You can click that drop down and select anything from this menu. Why don't we switch to the popular candlestick charts, and now we have a candlestick chart of Apple. This indicators tab is where you can add indicators. You can use the search box to quickly type in moving average. So if you're a technical trader, you can find your moving averages. But also keep in mind, for the fundamental investors, you can chart fundamental metrics. We typed in revenue. We can click total revenue to instantly see the revenue available to us. There are tabs here as well for you to learn more. All right, let's keep this video rocking and rolling. Now, there are indicator templates, which we will make a more advanced video on, but for now, you can save indicator templates specifically for you, so all the moving averages or Bollinger Bands appear on your chart with one click. Alerts, you're going to want to make alerts your best friend, because alerts are how you set an alert about a symbol. Say, for example, you want to see a specific price. Set that alert, sit back, wait for that alert to trigger, and keep in mind over here to the right, which we'll get to, there is an alerts menu and log where you can track all of your alerts perfectly. Okay, let's keep it moving. Here's bar replay. For those who like to back test, you can go back in time on any chart. That's right. Go back in time. You can click play, and now you can trade this moment in real time. And that is how you get started with bar replay. Of course, it's up to you on how you want to use bar replay, whether it's for paper trading, for practice, or just for information and research. Now, as we move along, your multi-chart layouts can be found right here. You can see multiple charts on one screen. You can save, share, rename, and create charts from this layouts dropdown. There's quick search, so you can quickly find specific tools or functions on the chart. There's a settings menu, there's a full screen mode, there's a snapshot mode, and of course there is a publish button where you can publish your research to our social network. Let's keep going because the tools on the right are where you're going to really want to understand, because there is a watch list tab. You can add up to 100 plus symbols to your watch list and build the most perfect watch list for yourself so that you can see every symbol that you're interested in, including some symbol details down here. As we mentioned, your alerts box is right here, and as you keep moving down, there's the data window, hot lists, calendar, ideas, chats, ideas stream, live streaming videos, and of course your own personal notifications for the social network. So if you are interested in your watch list and tracking symbols, be sure to master this watch list button, master your alerts, and then of course the whole way down you have some very effective social tools. So we're making our way around the entire chart, and we're going to wrap up here by showing you some features at the very bottom. Let us start with the trading panel, because the trading panel is how you connect directly to a broker that you use, that you like, or that you're already signed up with, and then trade and execute charts from the chart in real time. You can even paper trade. So paper trade is no real money is on the line. It's just a practice. It's a demo account, and you can connect to our paper trading engine. The strategy tester is how you test out your strategy to see how well you would have performed in the past if you traded a specific way. And the strategy tester should be used primarily to understand if your trading strategy is effective or not, or to explore the entire market and all the different trading styles and to see if they actually would have worked. The Pine editor, well, this is for those who know how to code. It is those who want to code their own scripts for trading, whether it's an indicator made from scratch just for you or an automated trading strategy. Dive into PineScript to learn all of that and to write out your trading style or your indicator in lines of code. This is huge if you are a coder or you follow coding, and we want to direct you to this user manual, because when you click this user manual, we have a free guide with countless amounts of information to get you started with PineScript. Lastly, we want to make sure that you know the stock screeners down here, because you can have a chart open simultaneously while screening for the stocks of your choice, or if you click the drop down, you can screen for Forex pairs or cryptocurrency pairs. So you can chart and screen specifically in any way that you want at the same exact time. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the chart. We started with how you get here from TradingView.com. Then we walked you through how the basics of zooming in and out, of moving the chart left to right, all of the drawing tools, the search box, as well as the time frames and chart types at the top. Don't forget about alerts. The settings menu so that you can make specific updates to your chart, change the color, change the style, everything under the sun related to charting in terms of making your own customizations is here. The watch list, alerts, and all the social tools, as well as the bottom here, which has some really interesting capabilities as well, from paper trading to the strategy tester to the Pine editor to the stock screener. Now, we know that was a lot, but if you're new to TradingView, this video should kick off your journey right away. We hope you sat through all 9 minutes of it. So thank you so much for watching. We will wrap up this video now. And remember, if you want to learn more, if you want to see us dive into these super advanced and comprehensive tools so that you can understand markets better, stick around for the next video, because we are going to dive into all of these in a much more detail and in a much more robust way, so that you walk away from this series by the time you're done as someone who greatly not only understands the TradingView platform, but knows how to think like a trader or an investor. Let's talk about an incredibly important tool for all traders and investors, and that is drawing tools. Now look at our mouse moving down on the left side of the chart. Now the mouse is moving up. This is the drawing tools menu. Now what you immediately want to know about the drawing tools menu is that this is how you add technical analysis, even forms of fundamental analysis, as well as drawings and notes to your chart. It is available to all users of TradingView, and it is really the most effective way to understand how a price symbol is moving, what's happening, and the data behind it. So let's zoom out here and really make sure that if you're watching this video, you understand these tools from the basics. Now you'll notice that there is an arrow here next to each drawing tool, and this arrow perfectly categorizes drawing tools by their specific function or style of analysis. So you'll notice that as we scroll down, well, now we see forecasting and measurement tools. We can click this and open the forecasting and measurement tools. We can expand the menu, and now we even see topics within this menu: projection tools, volume-based tools, as well as measuring tools. And this can be done for all of the drawing tools so that you know exactly what you're selecting, how it works, and why you should be using it. So one of the fastest ways to get started with these drawing tools, if you have a TradingView chart open right now, is to head over to the drawing tool menu, open up these drawing tools, and begin to experiment, because you can select a tool and add it to your chart and set it live just like that. Okay, there's a few other really important things that we have to show you about drawing tools so that you know what you can do, especially all of the customization options. Now in this example, we are going to go ahead and click Anchored VWAP, and we're going to add Anchored VWAP to our chart, and just like that, it's instantly calculated, and now it's drawn on our chart in front of us. This is, as we were saying, a volume-based tool, and we can learn that just by opening up the menu. But for the sake of this video, let's also have the brush tool open, and let's draw a circle here. Now what we want to point your attention to is the floating toolbar here. This floating toolbar is specifically connected to drawing tools, and what it is a quick and fast way for you to change the color of your drawing tools. You may have noticed it just turned to red. Well, we can accomplish that by clicking the floating toolbar where the color is shown, and then picking the color of our choice, and it instantly changes. We can also adjust the line thickness. So if we want to make the line thicker, now it's thicker, or if we want to make it thinner, now it's thinner. You can also open up the settings menu. Now, a few quick tips about the settings menu. You can also double click on a drawing tool to get the settings menu open. So for example, we have this circle selected. Let's double click, and now our settings menu is open. Keep in mind, this settings menu is fairly similar across all drawing tools. So once you dive in and get started, you will start to master all of the customizations available to you. What you'll be able to do is adjust some inputs if the drawing tool calls for that. You'll also almost always be able to change the color of your drawing tools. This is important because traders and investors like to make their own chart or their own drawing tools that's specific to the colors and look and feel that they appreciate. So keep that in mind when you do start adding your drawing tools. Now, a few other tips that are very important about drawing tools is that you can also favorite drawing tools to make your own personalized floating toolbar only of the drawing tools that you love. So you'll notice that we have all of these tools selected now in this floating toolbar, and they are all being determined by the star icon here. So now it says remove from favorites. Well, watch what happens when we unselect the star. It's now gone. Watch what happens when we unselect the star. It's now gone. And now watch what happens when we add some stars. You can see the menu is now expanding. So you can favorite your drawing tools that you use most to create a really handy floating toolbar that is fully accessible to you at any time. For traders with really specific processes, or investors who want to write notes all the time, or even just add arrows to point out important levels, making this kind of floating toolbar will improve the speed of your analysis. A few quick final points before we wrap up is that there is an object tree at the bottom right of the chart. If you ever lose track of the drawings on your chart, you can open the object tree and instantly see all of them right here. So if you lose track, or if you quickly want to hide a specific drawing tool, so watch this arrow, we hide, or watch the brush, it's hidden, Anchored VWAP, it's hidden. We've just hidden them all. You can very quickly see all of them in the object tree. You can also organize them. You can quickly adjust them or change their settings. It's all possible from the object tree. Pay close attention to our mouse at the bottom right. When we click and open, all of our drawing tools will be here. Last but not least, there's a few more capabilities down here located at the bottom of the drawing tool menu. The magnet mode, if you hover your mouse over it, you can read about exactly what it does. It'll snap the drawing tool to the nearest open, high, low, close. This is important for trendline tools. If you want a trend line to snap exactly to a specific price level, for example, this exact low here, you're going to want to get good at magnet mode. And like the other tools, there is a way to open up the magnet mode menu to have a weak and strong magnet. There are also some other tools here, such as staying in drawing mode so that you can draw quickly. The tools are always open no matter where you click. There's a lock all drawing tools, hide all indicators, and there's a chart or drawing syncing feature as well. And then of course you can remove objects and drawing tools by using this trash icon. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that this video helps you get started with drawing tools, and one of the best ways to get started is to start exploring what's possible by expanding the menus, clicking a drawing tool and adding it to your chart, and then opening up the settings, changing the colors as you see fit, or the settings as you see fit, and creating a really perfect process for you. Thanks so much for watching. Let's discuss one of the most important tools for all traders and investors, no matter your time frame or experience level, and that is, you guessed it, you can see our mouse hovering over the beautiful button here that says indicators, or we can click / on our keyboard and instantly the menu opens up. Now, before we really dive into indicators, including everything that comes with them, pay close attention to the fact it says indicators, metrics, and strategies. So this button up here, indicators, is going to introduce you to a lot more than just technical indicators, because you guessed it, you also have financials, you have scripts, you have your own scripts, you have your favorites, and of course you also have strategies. And if you do continue to dive down into these different topics, well, you have volume profiles as well as automatic chart patterns. Whoa, that's a lot, right? Okay, let's back up a second. So what is the point of indicators? The point of indicators is to measure price on your chart. It's to look at price in a new way. It's to make sure that you are following a trend, or perhaps looking for a support zone, or maybe just trying to measure risk and reward and get some probabilities back. Well, many technical traders out there prefer to use technical indicators. And as you can see, we have the technicals selected here, and we have indicators selected here, and all we have to do is scroll down to see all of the indicators that are available to us. Now, you may notice that on some of these indicators we have a star selected. Well, that means that it is a favorite of ours. We are telling the TradingView platform that we want this indicator to know that it's one of our favorite indicators, and now we can find that in our favorites section so we can access it super quickly and easily. Now, once you've found the indicator that you want to add, it's really as simple as just clicking. So if you want to add Bollinger Bands, for example, you go ahead and click that. And as you can see behind us, the chart updated. Well, now we have Bollinger Bands added to our chart, and you can do everything like this yourself. A quick point before we dive into more indicators is to always remember that you can double click on an indicator to open up its settings menu, or you can right click on an indicator to add an alert, or to change the visual order, or to look at so much more about that indicator, including, of course, opening up the settings menu. Now, you're going to notice that a lot of the indicators have somewhat similar settings menus. Let us just introduce you to the basics. First of all, you're almost always going to see a length, and that's just the time frame that you want the indicator to calculate. So right now it says 20, and we're on a daily chart, so that means we are looking at Bollinger Bands over the last 20 days. But maybe we want to do 30 days because there's 30 days in a month. We click OK, and it recalculates. So you can adjust that in the settings menu. You can also do source. Do you want it to calculate from the close or from the open or from the open, high, low, close divided by 4? All of this is up to you. And then, of course, you're going to get specific inputs related to that indicator. Standard deviation is a function of Bollinger Bands, so you can change it that way. All right, let's back up because that did just get a little bit advanced. So let us go back to Bollinger Bands. In fact, while we show you this, for example, we want you to also keep in mind that you can use the search box to find any indicator, metric, or strategy that you want. You can see here we typed in Bollinger Bands and check it out. Our search is now returning everything out there related to Bollinger Bands. Now, right now, Bollinger Bands is a technical indicator. If we were to type in something like revenue, which is a fundamental indicator, financials, you can find that here, you're going to see financials and you're going to see all of the revenue indicators available to you. In addition, you may have already noticed it says community scripts down here at the bottom, and there's even a community button here. Well, community scripts are scripts that are coded by traders and investors from around the world, and they are their own interpretation of modern or old or new indicators and concepts and ideas. Okay, let us go back though really quick to the Bollinger Bands example and remind you that there is a little tooltip button here with a question mark that says show description. If you click this, you can now read about Bollinger Bands. You are now introduced to your own free educational resource about any indicator that you've ever wanted to learn about. That's right, you can do this yourself just by clicking that little question mark to learn more. All right, you now have a high-level overview of the indicators, strategies, and metrics menu. But before we wrap up this video, we just want to remind you of a few things. Keep in mind that financials only work for equities or stocks because stocks have financials. They report things like revenue or cost of goods sold, and you can sort that by balance sheet or cash flow or statistics. So you can see market capitalization or price to earnings ratio, PE ratio, or price to sales ratio. In fact, let's click this button here, price to sales ratio. Now you can see the indicator is on the chart right here. So now we have price, which is the candles. We have Bollinger Bands, which is the technical indicator. And below here, we have PS ratio, which is a fundamental indicator. So we have price, technicals, and fundamentals all at once happening on this chart. And that is available to you every single time you open up this menu. So we hope that this helps you get started, that you dive in, learn something new about technicals, financials, and scripts, and go ahead and just dive right in because it's the quickest way to get started learning about technical analysis, including the strategies and the profiles and the automatic patterns, which, by the way, automatic patterns sound just like what they are. You can automatically ask the TradingView platform if it can detect a specific pattern on your chart, and then that will appear on your chart. Profiles, of course, is a way to look at volume and to measure volume at the chart. We hope that this video gets you started. Be sure to dive right in. The watch list is the most important feature on your chart if you're looking to organize, follow, and research the symbols that you care about most. Well, what do we mean by that? Well, these could be the symbols that you're trading, charting, or watching for a possible investment. And you may have just watched how we open the watch list, and that is the key to this. Is look at our mouse here as we go up to the top right of the screen and we hover our mouse over the watch list details and news menu. Then we click to open it, and now it is our watch list. Now the basics of the watch list are the plus sign right up here at the top right, which says add symbol. So you can add a symbol to your watch list rather quickly by clicking this plus symbol and then typing in the symbol that you want to add to the watch list. So if we wanted to add Tesla, TSLA, Here's the plus sign. Let's click plus. And now it's been added to our watch list. We can see it right down here at the bottom of the watch list. But keep in mind, you can click and hold and drag this symbol effectively anywhere you want on your watch list. So it's really as simple as that. Now, we want to also remind you of another very important feature of the watch list, which is that if you have the chart open and you open your symbol search and you type in a name, it could be a cryptocurrency or anything of the sort. Well, once you do add this symbol to your chart, what's really important here is that there is a hotkey, which is Option plus W, and it will suddenly be added to your watch list just like that. Now, we're on a Mac, so it's Option plus W. But if you're on a PC, it's going to be Alt plus W. When your watch list is created, you can think of this a lot like any other spreadsheet or list that you've worked with. You're going to see there's a little X here, so you can quickly remove specific things from your watch list. We just demonstrated how you can move symbols around on your watch list by clicking, dragging, holding, then releasing. In addition, you may notice that we have a really neatly organized watch list here by what's called sections. So sections are how you attach these symbols in your watch list to a specific section. Crypto layer ones, currencies and FX, interest rates, commodities, US sectors, US equities. What we're going to do is also now show you how you can have multiple watch lists. So you're going to see a drop down here. This watch list is called markets. We click to open it. And what we can do is open up a watch list that doesn't have any sections at the moment. So actually this one says example of a section, but let's delete this. So if we had just made this watch list, we added these 4 symbols here, and then of course we wanted to make a section, we would go to the 3 dots here and we would click, and then we would find the add section button and click again. And now we have a section here. We can double click, example of section. Let's type this, press enter. We can drag the section to the top and all of these symbols will suddenly be included within this section. We can collapse it or open it, and this is the section tool. Now let's open up our multiple watch lists, go back to the markets watch list that we prepared for this demonstration, and we want to remind you of a few other really important things, which is that the watch list is fully customizable. So you can create the perfect layout for you, whether you want the watch list really wide across your screen or perhaps a little smaller so that you can focus in only on the chart. We'll actually make this a little bit wider. Also pay attention to the fact that when you click a symbol in your watch list, the chart automatically updates with it. So you can breeze through many charts that you're looking to trade, invest, or follow just by building a really, really good watch list. Also, below, whenever you click a symbol in the watch list, you're going to get this details and news section related to the symbol that you have selected here. If you scroll down, you can see the price, the range, the 52-week range. You get news here, ideas, minds, notes, and as you scroll down, there are essentially endless facts and bits of information for you to learn more about the symbol you've selected. And depending on what type of symbol you have selected really determines all of the news that you're going to get. As you can see, if you have a stock selected, you're going to be able to see things like income statements, performance, technicals, analyst rating, as well as a company profile down here. And you can even see how many employees work at the company, for example. One final note is that you can write notes. So these are some example notes that we just prepared for this video. And if you just type in, this is an example, you can create your own note-taking process here and take daily notes about what's happening on your watch list. One final thing before we head out is we want to turn your attention to advanced view. So if you want your watch list to look at an advanced view like this that's also shareable, so you can share your watch list with friends, colleagues, professionals, social networks, anything of the sort, you're going to want to click the advanced view button, and from here you can get an advanced view of your watch list on one giant screen that can be sorted with different breakdowns, and it will be perfect, especially if you're looking to share it out across the web. So thanks so much for watching. Get started with your watch list today.